What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Tyson Fury versus Derek Chisora 3, and this was a 12-rounder for the WBC Heavyweight World Championship, and this fight was Saturday, December 3rd, from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, and this fight was broadcasted on ESPN, ESPN Plus, or on the ESPN app in the United States. And in this fight, Tyson Fury was able to get a 10th round stoppage victory over Derek Chisora. Now Tyson Fury goes 3-0 over Chisora in their trilogy that really no one wanted to see. But leading up to the stoppage, I had this bout scored 90-81 in favor of Tyson Fury. I had him winning every single round. I mean, in this fight, I didn't even need to watch it, and I could have just said exactly how it went. I mean, every single round was just how everyone predicted it would be. Just Tyson Fury dominating Derek Chisora, just outboxing him, coming forward sometimes, pushing him up against the ropes, landing big uppercuts, throwing combinations. I mean, every single round was the same. Chisora would try and come forward with his own work, with his big overhand rights, but it was just too sloppy for Fury. Fury would just either move back out of the way and just easily just counter back with a jab or two. I mean, he easily just won this fight with no question. I mean, the thing is, he looked good. I mean, he did what he had to do. He did what everyone expected him to. He didn't overperform. He didn't underperform. I mean, he just did what he had to do. I mean, this definitely adds to his career, adds to his legacy, obviously, defending his title yet again in England. And yeah, so just to break down how this fight was actually stopped. I mean, actually, just before that, I mean, it looked like Chisora was on his way out, and it seemed like maybe the referee was going to stop it already because his eye was swelling up pretty bad. He was bleeding a bit too. He was just getting hit, not really doing much back. He would try and do some of his own work back, but it just wasn't working out too well. And it was just Fury was just dominating him specifically in those later rounds and throughout the fight as well. And I mean, the thing is, this fight, I mean, how it was stopped, I mean, it was at the end of the 10th round. Chisora was hit with like a little three-punch combination, and the referee waved it off out of nowhere. It wasn't like he was really hurt or anything, stumbling and bumbling, getting hit without defending himself. I mean, he was just getting hit with these pity-patter combinations, not really throwing stuff back throughout the fight, so the referee waved it off. I mean, the thing is, I don't really have a problem with this type of stoppage because the thing is, even if Chisora was to not get stopped, it wouldn't have changed the ending of this fight. Fury still would have won dominantly, but there still would have been an extra 6 minutes of him getting hit with those shots and not defending himself properly. So I have really no problem with this type of stoppage at all. But yeah, this goes into question: what is next for Tyson Fury? Now I believe he's 33-0. I believe now he has either 24 KOs, I think it is, or 23 KOs, something like that. So the thing is, he is the WBC World Heavyweight Champion, and supposedly I haven't watched the post fight interview or anything like that. Obviously because I do the videos right after the fight ends, but apparently Alexander Usyk, the three-belt heavyweight world champion, was supposed to come into the ring and talk. I mean, give his thoughts on the fight and possibly if he's going to face Fury, or unless they're going to have a face-off and announce a possible date. So that is obviously could be a possible opponent for Fury. It could be an undisputed title clash with Alexander Usyk. That's definitely number one for his possible next opponent. Who knows? It could be Anthony Joshua. I mean, they were close to negotiating a deal up until, I mean, Fury said things fell through because they only gave Joshua a few days to sign it. Who knows? We could see Tyson Fury faced Joe Joyce. I mean, because Joe Joyce is a guy who's coming off a very solid win over Joe Parker, and he is a fighter that Frank Warren does have, and it could be an easy fight for Frank Warren to make, being that Fury is also with Frank Warren. But the thing is, most likely, it's either going to be Fury facing Alexander Usyk. I mean, really, I think that's just the main fight. It's probably Usyk, maybe Joshua, but most likely Usyk for the undisputed titles. And that's the fight I think the fans want to see, obviously, to see an undisputed heavyweight champion in this era. But as for Derek Chisora losing here for, I believe it is I think it's the 13th time in his career, or the 14th time. I mean, I can't really remember exactly, but he has a lot of losses. But I mean, for him, I think he's going to still go on with his career. I know the thing is, he loses a lot of his toughest fights because, I mean, really, he does fight everyone. I mean, he's been there, done that with every single top 10 fighter in the heavyweight division. I mean, literally, Yeah, I mean the thing is, in his last like 6 fights, I mean he's like 1-5, I'm pretty sure, or something like that, along those lines. Maybe 1-4 in his last five. But the thing is, he still gives some of these top 10 guys a tough fight. Obviously, Fury's an exception as the number one heavyweight who dominated him already and then dominated him here. I think Fury's going to get called back up again by DAZN, Eddie Hearn, and face a very good level heavyweight. He might get a solid win, might get a tough loss, who knows, but I think he's going to continue doing what he does best, giving the fans some very fun fights against these top 10, top 15 heavyweights. And like I said before, either possibly getting a win or losing in a very fun, fan-friendly fight. So overall, Tyson Fury dominates Derek Chisora, stopping him in the 10th round to successfully defend his WBC heavyweight world title and to overall go 3-0 versus Chisora in their 3 fights. And again, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.